Hello there, boys and girls. Welcome to Auto Genie. If you're looking for a small luxury SUV, more or less every major brand has an option on offer for you. But for that added attention that a coupe SUV brings with it, there is generally not much choice left anymore, especially in the more approachable luxury SUV segments. Today, we bring you Audi's new Q3 Sportback, the first coupe SUV of its size to come to India, and a unique offering in the segment with no direct rivals. The closest will be Volvo's C40 Recharge EV that's coming only later this year. Now, what exactly is a Sportback? Basically, Sportback is a vehicle body shape used by Audi to represent their hatchbacks and SUVs that have a more aggressively sloping rear window. And besides the obvious sloping roofline and the rear quarter that's more bulky and extroverted, what makes this car look different from the standard Q3 SUV? To find that out, let's go to the front first. Audi saved its S-Line package exclusively for the Q3 Sportback, which gives it sportier bumpers and grille. The most notable difference is the hexagonal mesh pattern in the grille itself, with brushed silver elements rather than the vertical chrome slats in the standard SUV. The car also gets large triangular silver accents on the bumpers. And if you go to the side, it's Q3 all the way up to the front door. I love those new intricately layered design patterns below the doors, which make it look even more stylish than the Q3. The big 18-inch alloy wheels also get a new gorgeous 5-spoke design as well. The sloping roofline makes the Q3 Sportback 49mm lower than the regular Q3. And at the rear, the stubby notchback that blends with the rear haunches is another design detail that adds to the more striking look of the Q3 Sportback. The tail lamps with sequential turn indicators are chunky and the bumper gets heavy silver accenting. Here the Quattro badging indicates that it has all-wheel drive, and 40 TFSI means that it's a turbocharged petrol engine under its hood. There is no Sportback written here, so look for the S-Line badge instead to know whether it's the new variant or the standard Q3. Though it affects practicality a bit, the sloping roofline will certainly draw attention and gives the Q3 Sportback a look like no other SUV on sale right now. The Audi Q3 Sportback is mechanically identical to the standard Q3, so you get the same 2-liter turbo-petrol engine which packs a solid 190 horsepower and 320 Nm of peak torque. It powers the SUV to 100 km per hour in just 7.3 seconds, making it the quickest in the segment. And there is no diesel engine on offer thanks to the latest emission norms. And as with the regular Q3, the engine is paired with a 7-speed dual-clutch transmission and Quattro all-wheel drive. You can also choose between 5 different drive modes: off-road, efficiency, comfort, auto and dynamic. Now when you hear off-road and all-wheel drive, the purpose here is to give it a better road grip than climbing mountains. And actually the sense of security given by an all-wheel drive powertrain is quite underrated in my opinion. Now let's go check out the interior. The front half of the cabin is identical to the Q3 SUV. That being said, the sportier differentiation from the outside could have carried over to the inside of the Audi Q3 Sportback as well. And thanks to Volkswagen Group's famous MQB platform, the Sportback maintains great cabin space even with this less practical shape. You still have great leg and knee room, unchanged from the Q3 SUV. The seats are well bolstered with great thigh support and cushioning, just like Audi likes it. And of course, a sloping roofline means less headroom at the rear, but only if you're close to 6 feet or taller. The middle seat is best suited for a child because of the high central tunnel. And in terms of features, it's got a 10.1-inch infotainment touchscreen, a much larger 12.3-inch digital instrument cluster, dual-zone climate control, wireless charging and ambient lighting, amongst other things. There are powered front seats but without memory function, and at this price it should have been there. Anyways, you do get some degree of customizability with the option of brown or beige upholstery. There are rear AC vents, but it's strange that they didn't include charging ports at the rear. Another change introduced by the different roofline is that you only get a single pane sunroof, not a panoramic one. And amazingly, Audi quotes the same 530-liter boot space for the Sportback as the regular Q3, and though usable storage space isn't quite as much, that's plenty to hold everything most families will need to take on a week-long holiday. Now the Q3 Sportback does come with all the standard safety features like 6 airbags, ISOFIX and so on, but no ADAS features, and that is a big deal because even smaller manufacturers are bringing cars equipped with ADAS. And how much does all of this cost? The Audi Q3 Sportback costs Rs 51.43 lakhs ex-showroom. It is rather attractive with a premium of just 1,04,000 over the top and technology variant of its standard SUV counterpart. But it is still an expensive proposition. It doesn't have any direct rivals, so you are actually paying for exclusivity here, which is pretty much this SUV's brief. And the thing is, owing to their larger overall size, coupe SUVs from higher segments don't feel compromised in the back seat, whereas the Q3 Sportback does. What you're getting with the Q3 Sportback is a head-turning SUV in a compact size that just so happens to be superbly built, well-equipped, luxurious, and great to drive too. So you really have to consider the trade-off between style and practicality here, but frankly, if you don't have rear seat passengers all that often, it might just be worth it.